Welcome back to House of Hoon. Today I'm going to be doing a bit of maintenance on the old TD42. Now what I'm going to be servicing is this viscous hub. Now if you're not sure what a viscous hub is, well that's what it is, but basically it bolts between your engine and your fan. Now obviously your fan is there to cool your radiator. So there's a valve inside this viscous hub which opens and closes, which basically means that when the engine's getting hot it'll engage, and when it does, that'll obviously turn your fan, which cools down your radiator and stops your engine from boiling. Now, this viscous hub is not exclusive to TD42s alone. It's actually applicable to a whole heap of four-wheel drives. There's many four-wheel drives around that actually use this system to keep them cool. Another system that some four-wheel drives or cars use is thermofans instead of this, but a lot of four-wheel drives use this system. Now the viscous hub doesn't require any electrics to run it or operate it. It's actually very simple, which is great. However, it still requires maintenance, so that's what we're going to do today. I'm going to go jump back in time now before I pull this thing off the engine, so I'll catch you again when I've got this thing apart. Hopefully this is showing up on the camera, but if it is, you can see how I've got water inside the hub, which is obviously not very good. So it's definitely time to change out this oil. Well, as you saw, I got the viscous hub all apart. Now, you don't actually have to pull the radiator out on the TD to get the viscous hub off. I just pulled the radiator out because I was cleaning all the mud out of it. So it was a good time to do this because it's much overdue. Now, I actually haven't ever done this since owning the car, and I've owned the car for about 10 years. And who knows if it was ever done before I took ownership of the car. So I guess it's probably understandable that there's a bit of water inside the viscous hub, but it doesn't seem to have actually done any damage to the hub, which is fantastic because these things are not cheap to buy. So what I'm going to do now is just clean all the old oil out and get rid of all the water, and we'll throw some new oil in it. As you saw, I just cleaned these up with some brake cleaner, and I then used the compressed air to blow everything out. Now this is spinning nice and freely. There's no free play movement or wobble or anything like that, so I think it's in good condition, good to be reused. Now when I was blowing it out with compressed air, this O-ring came out and it's also expanded, and I can't actually get it back in. But that's not a problem because I'm going to be using this ultra black silicone. Now I was going to use this anyway with the gasket if it had stayed in place, because obviously the gasket didn't stop the water coming in the first place. So hopefully that'll prevent it happening again. Now as for the oil that I'm going to be using, so apparently you got to use special silicone oil, and they come in these little bottles. Now, I shopped around all around Kyneton, all around mechanics, and they all said, what the hell is silicone oil? Didn't know you could service a bloody viscous hub. Then I ended up going to Toyota dealership in town, because we don't have a Nissan dealership in town, and they knew exactly what I was talking about straight away. Grabbed me 2 bottles of this. Now, I have actually got no idea how much oil you actually need to use in the viscous hub. I'm assuming every car is different. The bloke at Toyota wasn't able to tell me. I did some research online. I couldn't find a definite answer. So I'm just gonna tip some in and see what it looks like. I'll probably end up using both bottles because I've got 2 bottles. So I'll tip these in, put the viscous hub back together, whack it back in the car, and we'll be good to go. Well, as you saw, I've got the hub fan on, so I'm ready to rock and roll. Now, I feel like this needs to be said in this day and age with everyone on the internet being an expert and criticizing everyone. I am not a mechanic. I don't claim to be a mechanic. I will never claim to be a mechanic. I'm just a dumb welder that does half average welds. So if you're wanting to do anything on your own car that I do to mine in my videos, just do your own research before you go and do it. Use my videos as a guide only. Just because I do these things to my car does not necessarily mean that you should be doing them to yours, or that I'm even doing it the right way. I'm constantly learning from working on my cars, and if that means something blows up because of my incompetence, then so be it. There's only one way to learn, and that's by getting in there, getting your hands dirty. You don't go and learn anything by taking your car to somebody, paying them money and getting them to do all the work for you. So I encourage everyone to jump in there, get on the tools and have a crack, but make sure you just do a bit of research before you go digging in deep. Let me know what you thought of this video by dropping a comment in the comment section down below. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, consider subscribing, and I'll catch you on the next one.